Great.
Kami sa tesay itong tricky ko masinya.
Basinje?
Bon studiante,
De
verder.
sturlo che bernenta,
Dank you.
per i turcos cu bernenta au en dia ta tordi meritza.
Sì, anto sumama ko su tata, sì. Sì.
No, pero televidente, ahora que nos tiene más gente más especial aquí de nos cas, nos tiene un
Oh,
artista,
talento,
nos tiene
bueno.
talento, nos tiene
Wow.
música, ahora que nos tiene talento de pintura, nos tiene junto con nos Melissa Barwani, let me see the name correctly, and welcome to our show. Nos switch na inglês marato.
Welcome, neighbor.
Welcome to our show. You are
Thank
from,
you.
you're our neighbor. We buy our goods always at your place. So, and now you're at our place. So welcome.
Yes, I am. Thank you
Welcome.
so much.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about art. This one.
Yes.
Yes. Don't you recognize her?
I haven't changed that much.
We see her almost every
This is
day.
familiar.
I
No,
come
pero-
upstairs, everybody forgets me.
Yes, you
No, no,
changed.
cinco explica, é televidente não que Melissa está atrás aqui dentro do World Trade Center, então sempre nós está passa visite, toma nos chips, né? Que bebe, né?
Chips.
Então, se cara está com sim?
No, igual.
Dito bisa chips está mais fácil para nós família. Pero agora nós vamos seguir entrevista, Melissa tem aqui não, para você também para de arte, aqui rato nós também mira seu trabalho, né? Então, Melissa, we're going to talk about arts, about how you started, what is your passion, everything. So,
Let's start from the beginning. How
Uh-huh.
did you start?
I was always interested in art. So I took a course in school and then I stayed back 1 year to complete it. And what basically happened is I did an exhibition, but I was only 18 years old. So you really don't know what exactly you're doing. You're just excited to be seen. After that, I started working right away. So then, your time goes and
you don't have time to.
yeah, it's like your priorities become totally different. Then 2 years ago, when my parents were traveling for 6 months, I was all alone at home. So I went to Samson and I bought a sketchbook. And I was like, okay, let me try to draw. And I was awful. It was,
Awful?
I was really bad. It was like fighting with paper. And if you had seen, like, I would go through erasers on top of erasers. And what happened is slowly, I guess it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of patience. Once you get that, once you move forward, then you start wanting to do more challenging pieces. I started with Disney.
Disney.
Okay, so
How-
Disney
how so?
characters.
Disney
You're drawing
characters.
Like Mickey Mouse
Mi-
and Minnie Mouse.
Not Mickey Mouse, but 101 Dalmatians, Aristocats. I love
The
cats.
princesses and stuff like that.
I love cats overall. So I would just like Google images of like Disney cats because cartoons seemed easier to draw. So that's how I started. And then my mom saw me sketching because every time I go home, I'd be like, look, see what I did. Like a child. Because you're so happy that you're accomplishing something that you couldn't do when you were in school and other people said that, oh, but you can't draw or whatever. But then once I started, my mom's like, try Handelskat. The first attempt was horrible.
I love your honesty,
It was. It's because you're not really into it. You're doing it because someone else is asking you to. Then I tried the synagogue, and it wasn't what I wanted. So I tried, and then I started looking at Curacao artists, and I realized that unfortunately on this island we don't have enough. We really don't have enough, and the ones we have are not easy accessible to the tourists that come here. We get so many tourists in the cruise ships, and unfortunately, they don't get the opportunity to see our work or accept it. Like, wow, Curacao can be known for art.
Okay, so you said tourists. So
Yeah.
your work is for the tourists. It's more.
If you see like the Handelsstadt, the bright colors, the synagogue, it's very touristic at the same time. But
touristic.
some of them I would like to have in my own home.
Very
they're
nice,
not
the colors.
they're not like just narrowed down to one type of person can buy them.
Everybody can buy them.
Anyone.
Everybody
The
can
beautiful
enjoy them,
Handelskat,
and we can
Yeah.
recognize our island. So it's absolutely beautiful. But you never gave up. That's what you're telling us. You started.
Well, I paused for
You
a while.
paused. Okay, let's
paused
continue
for
the
a while.
journey. No, let's continue. So you were horrible at school. You went to Disney. You paused, and now.
Yeah, and now I'm doing painting on acrylic. I'm doing acrylic work, and I just felt that what's available here that are on canvases, and but they're not from people from here. When you come to an island as a tourist, you want to look at local art, and we don't. It's not easy to find it, or they're offering you prints.
Yes.
Okay.
And for me, a print is not.
It's a copy of a work.
Exactly.
You know?
You want to go home and you want to have something that you can hang up and you can say, I bought this from Curacao, and it's acrylic paint.
Melissa, it's now that you say it, our Handelskade and it's so picturesque. We have so many colors, our bridge, everything. We usually see in other islands, we in the Caribbean as well, many artists, or maybe you can call them artists, but random people just sit with all the tourists pass by, and they just start to paint, and I guess in 1 hour or something like that, they already have a picture. Is it something that we can like start doing here in Curacao?
Of course, if we encourage arts on our island, it would be really lovely, because I feel on our island we don't encourage it. It needs to be encouraged, that kids and like anyone who wants to paint or who wants to draw can do it. And living on Curacao, we're very fortunate that we still have the Dutch architecture, that we
Exactly.
preserved it.
Yes.
A lot of places which were once owned by other countries or part of other countries didn't preserve any of that architecture. We still have it.
Yeah, because
So-
you usually see all the different artifacts we sell from Handelskade and different other things, but we usually don't see like local paintings made from local people, just done right there when we have all the tourists passing by.
Because I mean, even if
Yeah.
you go to New York, like on the sidewalk,
On the
or
sidewalk,
that's-
you
know,
see
get
people
those quick
painting.
sketch
Yeah.
artists that they make that funny sketch of your head. Your head always looks bigger than it actually is, but it's still something that people identify when they're walking through New York or in the park. That you get these guys that are doing those quick sketches, But
Something else to add to the tourism.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But that's a true point that you made. That when you go around the area where they have those like the stands, etc. That
It's not local art. That's
different.
what you
It's
said.
different art.
It's
It's
art,
not from
but
here.
it's not.
Art, but
It's
it's not
Caribbean
local
art,
art.
but we're Curacao.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Caribbean art, but it's not
We're
local
Curacao.
art.
We should identify ourselves, and we should be proud of who we are.
Exactly.
Now, how long? Very quickly, because we need to get our lesson going.
Everybody's gonna draw.
How long does it take for you to finalize one of your pieces? And are you going to go bigger, or these are your standard size, the 5x7s and the 8x10s?
Well, for now, what I wanted to do is make something that's easier to carry with you. If I do something, I could do something like 24 by 24, which would look magnificent.
I'm sure.
It would take a long time, but it would look amazing. But the problem is, it's very hard, especially with travel today, to take big things over.
Yeah.
So for me, for now, I would like to work in these, a mix of these sizes.
And you can
Sure.
always,
Yeah,
just
you
a
can
tip for
take
everyone, you could put a couple of them on your
Yes.
wall, like 3, 4,
Like a
and it would
series.
make, like sort
Yeah.
of collage. Very, very
But Melissa,
beautiful.
before we get our lesson, everybody's gonna paint Melissa.
Yeah, you guys too,
Melissa,
eh?
and
So-
everybody in the studio is gonna draw. So prepare yourself.
And make a fool of themselves, Akirato.
Begin to warm up the hands and the fingers. But what is we talked about how you started, but why do you actually draw, paint? What is it that gives?
I think any artist
you
will
get?
tell you, I think any artist, a musician, a painter, anyone will tell you that they actually enjoy doing it. It's stress relieving. I mean, of course, when sometimes I get contracts like, oh, we need 4 paintings by so and so day, then you're stressing. But otherwise, when you're not under the time crunch, you just enjoy doing it. Like at night after dinner, you're like, okay, let me finish this up. Or when you have a few minutes, it's just something you enjoy doing. And I think that's the best thing about being an artist.
Okay,
Great.
enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't wake up and say, oh, I have to go to work.
No,
true.
no, absolutely.
You
true.
have
So-
those days, but it's very rare. You just like doing what you're doing. Anytime you can't sleep. You'll take your palette and you'll start painting. You'll continue with what you're doing.
And the best thing is that you actually see what you made.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get the result.
And you see the growth as an artist.
Yes. of
You
course.
see how it gets better and better.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And now we're gonna get
Oh,
better.
look, you bought your
yeah.
sketchbook very quickly. This is
This is what we
Melissa's
call a dummy,
sketchbook.
and you put everything you
Yeah,
want
what
in
I
it, huh?
basically do is like if you turn a little further,
Am I in the
like
right camera? Yeah, okay.
if you turn a little further, you see first what I do is usually I do a draft of what I want to do. So I do it in pencil and that would be like that.
That would be. Let me pick it up.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
That would be something like that.
Okay.
So
And
of
then you
course,
transfer it
yeah,
over.
it transfers a little different obviously, but it's
This one is nicer.
More
glad you like it.
colorful.
So there are a lot of them that are like that.
Oh yes, I recognize this one also.
Like
Another
this one, the
Oh, yeah.
Handelscard.
That's the
It's
Handelscard,
transferred.
yeah.
Like for instance, here I just have 5 buildings, but on that I had extra space.
Right. Okay. Cool. No, beautiful, beautiful. So nice of you to bring this along. Has some great stuff in here. And I see that you are also one of my very good students. So, now can we get our lesson?
Yes.
So what are we going to be doing? We have a couple of minutes so we can get a very quick
Well,
lesson.
basically, can you see?
Yeah, I mean, they'll make it work. Don't worry.
Okay.
We will
So
find it.
basically, what I wanted to show you is like the shade work that I've done there. We'll start with a simple flower.
No, but don't we get to draw too?
1, 2.
Sure, yes, that's the whole
Give
point.
us paper.
We'll share. David, cuevo papel. Esa va, mira.
You need a
One's
bag.
paper.
Ito corte, esa aquí den dos. Yeah, okay. The guys from Elements also get some paper. As everyone is going to be drawing here.
Okay.
Meneer Chatelain, cuevo pen ko ba potlood? Basuturhin, ito ba haya les aqui na televidente, botar
Me
na
passa.
taas.
Met twee passadores doorheen, hè?
Itinap omas aqui na.
Are missing anyone?
Everybody got paper?
Ja?
Find a pen.
Maar aqui comida bem assim, abracadabra. Que
Uh-oh.
não.
Yes.
Wow.
Oeps. Oké.
Okay. Kami essa aqui, assim aqui.
Okay. So basically, like if we
Potlood.
Ah, bom,
I have one, but I
potlood.
have to borrow it back
Oh, yes.
because it's a different shade. What I usually basically do is, everybody's ready?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
teacher
yes.
Melissa.
Okay, sit down and yes.
Okay. What I would basically do is, like for instance, with the flowers, which is a very easy motif.
Wait, don't go so fast.
Sorry. So I would do the petals first.
So petals first.
Yeah. And with the flowers, you have so much freedom because they don't have to be uniform.
Oops.
And lines are your friends. So the more lines you have on the paper, you just don't have to have one.
Okay.
So what then?
2 lines, guys. 2 lines on the paper.
So what I would do for this one, for instance, what you do is you add more lines
Just
to,
around?
yeah, just around to
Okay.
give it more depth. The more lines you add, the better your drawing or sketch would look.
Okay, if you say so. Ooh.
You see?
Yeah.
And then what would happen is when you get to painting it, you would end up filling in what's in between here. So what will happen, you get a popping effect.
All right, so we just shade around in between
Yeah.
the lines. Okay. Starting to look like something.
Should look like a flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
See?
like a
I look like a-
starry flower, like a star flower. Or
But
like
that's
a
the beauty of
starfish.
flowers, they never look the same.
And I love flowers. Let me just close this.
There are billions of flowers, so there must be one that looks like that.
I'm sure. How are we doing, guys? We're doing good? We don't,
You don't
want to
wanna
know?
know? Okay.
Remember, we have show and tell after class.
So now,
So once you shade the insides, you can see how it begins to look. Or what you could do is like there are different types of like pencils.
Uh-huh.
Like they're thicker ones. Like this is an H1, which is the lightest
Okay.
one. You have a
I have a 8B.
I
which
have a
is really
6B.
dark. 6B is slightly lighter. So the higher the number goes, the darker it goes.
Yeah, because you have
Then
to
you can blend
think
it.
about the composition.
Oh yes,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
So not a painting with one flower.
So then you can blend it together. So once you start blending, then you get more of a pop to it.
Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. Let me smudge like eyeliner. See,
Yeah,
eyeliner.
like
I can
eyeliner.
smudge. Okay. Smudge I can do.
It's just like a eyeliner pencil.
All right. It's starting to look like something here. Okay. And oh, I need to do like the center thing in my flower, no?
Yeah, I always do it out of it, but
Okay.
it's really up to you.
Out? How do you mean out?
Like, yeah, I can
I
just.
like it to pop out for some
Okay.
reason.
Ooh, where do I pop? Let me pop to this side. And once this is done, then this would be transferred onto
This
to
would
the
be
canvas.
transferred to something like this. And then what I would do is I would do the exact same method when I draw because I always draw first and then I paint. I have that
Okay.
habit. So what would happen is, like if you see here, these, if they're different shades,
Oh, I didn't do any leaves, huh?
it's okay.
Okay, I'll give my flower a leaf. Yeah.
So they're different shades. So this one, and then you do a lighter shade inside, so it gives a
Okay.
popping effect that kind of looks 3D.
Okay. Mine looks sort of like
It's a drawing.
a drawing.
It is a drawing.
How we doing, guys? Because remember we have show and tell. Oh, look at oh. No, this is amazing. And then you obviously need to sign it, right?
Yeah. I sign as soon as I'm finished with it. I never sign my drawings, I guess, because they're in my book.
I do not. That's
Yours don't look that well. I'm gonna tell you from now, Ivana. Yours are awful.
awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
they're awful.
No depth. You know they need to look 3D, right? 3D.
But it transfers to 3D once you start painting.
Okay. Now, what advice? Because I know that you mentioned it, and you mentioned, geez, when I started, I was really, really awful. What motivated you? And
Keep
that
going,
to keep
yes.
going
I
because
guess
I
I
would
just
be.
wanted to do it. Like I remember when I used to get like images from the internet. I was like, okay, this doesn't even look anything like this. So I would start again. There are pages in my sketchbooks where you see the same image like 3-4 times.
Okay.
I would just start again, and the eraser was my friend.
Okay.
So
No, this is beautiful. Now, where would someone be able to get a hold of your stuff? This is so lovely.
I take orders. Like a lot of people
Okay.
give me orders, and you know where I'm located, right in World Trade Center, in the lobby. But also they're available in my mom's store, which is Copperstone in Punda,
Okay.
in Hanchi Snoa. So we have a very touristic store. So they're also available there.
Okay. And also words of encouragement to our local artists. Get out there and do your thing.
And never give up.
Never give up.
Keep
Going,
going. Keep
yes.
going.
Going.
Anytime.
Anytime. No sleep for the weary. Guys, are we done? Are you ready to show your sketches? No? You got 30 seconds. Hey, boom, David. Hey, great. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
ah.
Let me draw a house. Draw a house very quick.
No, I'm not going to draw it. I'm just going to sign mine. 5/29/2012. Okay. Let me just put
House
new
very
day.
quickly.
Ah, Bamira? Okay,
Are we
Bamira.
ready to show?
Tu rin na sa Lifelia?
Wait a minute.
Okay. Esa kita Demi. Is it pretty?
Te.
Oh, you thank you. Mas sabot, abin to ka dia prometo ako ba din, não tá escapa. Eh, nós vamos fazer auction.
Oh!
Hey!
Ami
Nós vamos
wadi
fazer
bo.
auction.
Wait a minute.
Eh, so niet even
Ayun.
mensen echt acht. I
Aan
know
stellen, hè?
you. I know you. I know you. I know.
Artist
Is
is-
oh.
I got flowers in my hemo, in my sky.
And Melissa,
Yeah.
yours is pretty not bad. You can, yeah.
I know, it needs
You can
improvement.
get by.
Yeah.
I like this one. What is this?
Whose is that?
Anonymous.
This looks like yours, Maritza.
No, ba? Tinikin na bruwasyon. Esa kita din.
Não, esse aí é minha lista. Quem é esse aí?
Who is
No,
this
mine
one?
is here.
Vernon. No, pero Hopi Gray.
Sabe que nós vai colocar por né, um leite, nós
Sí,
vamos
sí,
ter
esa
cantor.
kita menos taba si un New Day auction. Esa aqui.
Agora nós também começamos com a auction de artista famoso Maritza Hackman.
Shane
Nós
começamos
começamos com
Shane
Shane
Florin, ganda pa ka
Fleuring,
Shane 5,
ito
Shane
ba
5,
yung,
Shane
ito ba yung
10,
dos, ito ba yung Bendy.
Bendy, televidente, essa aqui estava no show de Aue, nós espera, Cuba enjoy junto conosco, nós conversar, nós papia com par de artistas, Aue estava com bem talento, nós só passar, não sei, nós assim, não tu cosco não sa. Sim, bom estudante. Melissa estava um bom estudante. Nós só papia governo siya tlahin corda, su tour, Elements Tour, ku tour su amigo ng par de jovem, hopi talento. Nanto começou oficial dia 30 de Mei, dia prome de Juni na nota aqui, Bibo, den studio de nós, seca New Day, happy hour, basta acaba. Nós papia com Melissa, hidden treasure, artista mais interessante, mais leuk, mas aduna nós quick lesson de sketching com nós, slag nós sa iba.